Not the best today, this, that, and the other thing, but what did I get a couple of days ago? Some bags. There's a store in my town where I live, and it's biodegradable. And then I'm starting to think, what is fully biodegradable? Let's say plastic and styrofoam. Takes 100, 200 years, 250 years for like styrofoam to biodegrade, left alone, in a landfill, and it will just disappear. It will degrade. Iron ore, metal. I mean, the rust will eat it out, and it will, it will eat it out, and it'll be weakened. It'll dissipate. But if you think about it, metal. Let's have it's made from iron ore. It comes from the earth. Wood, trees, they grow from the earth. You can have let me see. This is metal actually. It's a different kind of metal. Actually, this is actually plastic. See, it's a form of plastic, I believe. But this is metal. This is tin, I believe they call it. Wood. I don't know how old this is, but it looks vintage. But what I can do is not put it in water, not get it wet, sand it and repaint it. Or there's chemicals or other items you could use to preserve it, and it could last and last. So can metal if you just take off the rust and polish it up. Plastic, on the other hand, it breaks. You might have to use some kind of adhesive, like the one I use. I used an adhesive and it was weak. It just keeps breaking up. You burn it, it melts, and it pollutes the environment. It stinks, and it will never be the same. Wood, on the other hand, you use it. You could use the ash from wood to to use even as some kind of fertilizer for a compost even, or for for land. It's from earth. But where I'm going with this, whether you want to call it common sense or a logical thought process, well, something that comes from nature, from earth, it's sustainable, it's reusable, and it's very biodegradable. It goes away peacefully, if you will. You know, maybe I shouldn't use that wording in that particular sense, but it's really it's really an easy thing to understand. A lot of chemicals and plastics, they shouldn't belong. They shouldn't belong. They shouldn't be here. Anything plastic will take a long time to disintegrate, and it pollutes the environment. And it's cheapened. You know, yeah, that's just pretty much it. And if you look at I mean, if you look at the United States and the whole world, how a lot of it is, you know, it's cheap to produce plastic, throw it away, discard, pollute the environment. Maybe it'll take a lot more money to create metal, but it's really, and maybe I shouldn't go off on how it should be done. There's so much wooden pieces, metal all around. All we have to do is pick it up and reuse it, rebuild things. You can make furniture out of the discarded wooden pieces, preserve the wood, and out of other things, and you can have a brand new furniture piece. You don't have to cut down a lot of other trees and create things like that. There's so many things that could be redone. But that's pretty much it. So when I look in the world and I see empty plastic bottles, it's a disgrace, is what that is. You know, even like aluminum cans. I mean, you could still reuse it. Reuse it. They probably. I mean, pretty sure they recycle that. It's probably not the healthiest thing, but it can it can be reused. Plastic so much can't. Aluminum is a different form of metal. It's a diluted form of metal from iron ore, mixed with other compounds, and metals and stuff like that. But pretty much it. Pretty much it. It just it's like not a fan of plastic. I'm more a fan of metal and wood, trees and iron ore.